Hey, welcome. This is Mark Abood, and this is the second part of what I hope is going to be a two-part vlog post. Initially, I had wanted to talk about what happened at our session when I prematurely ended the training activity and basically walked away due to the behavior of the girls, my daughter included. The last vlog was supposed to deal with that, but then I had too much else that I wanted to say, and it got to be around 45 minutes long, and I figured that was too long to keep anyone's interest. So I broke it up into two parts, and here's part number 2. Hope you enjoy. So the idea today was to focus on crossing and finishing a little bit more. We're in a 30-yard wide area, about 15 yards from goal, and I had 8 players at training, plus Maddie's brother Matthew, who loves to play goalkeeper for us. The field setup requires 8 discs, and then we had 8 soccer balls and obviously a goal to go in. You can see the 4 purple discs are for the group that's going up the left side of the field, and the 4 gold discs are for the group that's working up the right side of the field. The exercise is fairly simple, with a wide player taking a touch down the line and serving a ball across for their partner to try to finish. When you see some of the video highlights, it doesn't look like the girls are doing too bad early on, but I edited this quite a bit. I must have tried to get their attention over a dozen times, calling girls out specifically, and then also trying to talk to the whole group, and again trying to rein in and trying to regain their focus, but it wasn't working, and I felt we were wasting everybody's time involved.
Okay. All right, jog in here. Jog in here. Jog in here, please.
How's it live? Your hair's a mess.
Okay, listen.
She's doing the patty
Hey,
face.
mouths closed and listen.
Yeah.
Knock it off. You guys want to be done with practice? We'll be done. Okay, because that's really not good, that what just happened. Really. It's like a rec team. And if that's what you guys want to be, then we'll just call practice and we'll be done. What do you guys want to do?
I want to play.
Okay, so do you want to listen so you understand what's going on?
Yeah. Y'all.
I need eye contact up here and your mouth's closed. And listening. Out wide. You have 2 touches only. Not 19, not 17, not 1. You have 2. 1 to push him forward so that you can get your speed going, and 1 to cross. A lot of crossing and finishing is about timing. And if you're messing around on the outside, we can't get any of the timing down with the runs. When you're in here, you must go around the outside cone before you go finish. And you probably have to do that quick because they only have a limited amount of touches. Does that make sense? Do it better. Go.
Rewatch these videos and edit them and break them down. I'm aware that my tone to the girls comes across harsh sometimes, and I feel that someone just stumbling on these videos and watching them, they would think I'm a real as a coach. I don't think I've changed in terms of how I coach and how I react to the girls, and I think if you asked every girl that I've coached at this age group in the past, they will say they had a positive experience and they love their time at this age group with me. As I mentioned before, I feel I can be demanding on these girls. I can try to demand a high level of play and be a little bit harsh in my critique, because I know that ultimately I'm here for their benefit and that I care about them. They may not see that early on, but I think they pick up the understanding quickly.
Good, back where it came from. Good ball. Good, had to be a goal. The keeper out. Not bad. Got to pull away from the keeper, Bean. Go on. Go on, finish. Go on, Minnie. Got to get that on target, girl. Is it easier for me to cross if my body's facing this way or if my body's facing, the hips are facing this way? Right, okay? So your touch, hey, your touch should go where? Toward the goal. I like that idea. That's why I put the cone at an angle. You see the purple cone at the end? Ladies, you have a yellow cone at the end there. Your touch should take you that direction so that your hips are this way and you can easily look at where you're gonna play. Does that make sense? When I say facing that way, you're not gonna be facing this way and running this way and trying to cross the ball. Your hips are just gonna be inside so that you can look easier than if they were pointed straight down the field. Does that make sense? So I take my touch inside. What's wrong with this? That ball, I mean, my daughter, my 1-year-old crawls, and she could get that ball, right? You need to put this ball across with some pace. So again, ready, Dutch? I'm gonna take a bigger touch forward, get up, and I'm gonna play it with some pace. She did go around the cone. I put in a pretty good cross. She wasn't used to it. That's why we're practicing. I want you to whip that ball across so your teammates are used to it. Ready, Dutch, you're gonna do it again. There's the touch, I'm looking, I play. Okay, hey, she got there on time, but again, she wasn't used to the pace. If we don't practice like we want to play in the game, when we do that in a game, hey, when we do that in a game, we're not going to be ready for it. That's why I'm being demanding to you now to get that ball across with pace so that in a game when we have to do that, we're ready for it. Okay, go. Do it again. Touch inside. Good. Good ball. Not bad. Mickey, you're waiting for it, though. You got to get to the ball quicker. Okay, that's much better. Good ball. Hang on. Ladies, hang on. Bean, did everyone see what happened with Bean and Maddie? Pretty good cross from Maddie with a lot of pace. What did Bean try to do?
One touch it.
What did you try to do?
Shoot it.
You tried to break the dome, right? She tried to wail on it and break the dome, but the ball was coming across with all the pace she needed to just knock it back the way it came from. Okay? That's what we want. We want the pace. We want the pace to come on the cross, so when Bean's going at full speed, she doesn't have to wind up and make perfect contact. She can go in full speed and basically just run through the ball. There you go. Good. Good try. Like the idea. Good. Get there, Mickey. Better. Good try. Just put it back that way, right? Put it back that way. Ladies, as soon as you get that first touch, wide, I should see your head up to see where you're going to play it. Okay, Dutch, ready? Take a touch to the inside. Get your head up. See where you're going to play it. Go. Good. Get there, live in front. Good try. Right idea. Take a bigger touch, then get your head up to see Sienna. Go. Good. Good. Side foot. Perfect. I like that finish. At least you got it on target. Okay? Ainsley and Mickey. Big touch, Mickey. Good. Ping it across. Good. Get there, Ains. Get there, Ains. Yes. Perfect. Back where it came from.
What I've been finding is that if Livy, my daughter, is goofing off or not paying attention, it gives every other player the license to goof off and not pay attention. And I've talked to Livy a number of times about this, how she sets an example for the other players, but she is a free spirit. And she loves to have fun, and I love that she loves to have fun, and I love that she loves to have fun through soccer. But we're still not at a point where she understands that there's a time for fun, and there's a time for fun and focus. So I've been dealing with discipline issues with her at training, and at times she's very focused, and at times she's the most distracting player in the group. And today I just had enough, not only with her, but also with what was happening with the rest of the girls. And I left. I called practice early, stopped the drill that we were working on, and walked around to talk to the other teams. I don't know if that was right, I don't know if that was wrong, but I felt I needed to try to take a stand and hopefully try to teach the girls a lesson in terms of not only discipline but respect for coaches, work ethic, and respect for teammates who are there and wanting to learn and wanting to work, because it's definitely not every one of the 10 girls or 8 girls at this practice that were loosey-goosey, but there was enough of them with that type of behavior that it completely dropped the level of the training activity that we were focused on. So as I rewatch this video, I feel really bad for Livy. I feel like she knows she was a factor in what's transpiring right now. I can see her looking at me and trying to figure out what I'm doing, and I think she feels badly about this. I really didn't know what to expect when I left the training area. I went down to talk to Tim, who was working with the 2010 age group girls. I talked to Tommy a little bit, who was directly behind us, working with the 08s. Really not knowing what else to do. I know there are parents who are watching and observing training. I have no idea what they were thinking. Where is this coach going? What's he doing? Just hanging out over on the other side of the dome. But I felt, again, I needed to do something a little bit more drastic and severe than just keep trying to get the girls' attention and get the girls to focus on what we were doing. When I started to make my way back toward the training area, because we were going to play the 08s and just some small-sided play, I was going to have the girls pick up the cones and just go play unsupervised. I glanced over to the area that the girls were in and was completely shocked at what I saw. The girls had restarted the drill on their own, and they were working harder than I've ever seen them work in a training session. They were moving from line to line quickly. They were communicating with each other, trying to get things organized. I'm like, where was this 5 minutes ago? Right? Where was this intensity? Where was this focus? I was taken aback by it in a really good way. This is how the girls should be at training, and if we had this kind of work ethic in even 50% of our training sessions, the pace of development that we would have seen in these girls would have been really high. It would have been really good. I didn't really know what to do. I didn't want to go in there and interrupt. I didn't want to interrupt the flow the girls had going on. I was just really happy. I was really happy. And really happy after I was really frustrated. I mean, in a matter of 5 minutes, my feelings flipped. Again, I don't really know what to do. But what I know is that I'm constantly surprised by girls at this age and what they're capable of, and I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Thank you.
Sorry. Guys, we should hold a meeting and say sorry at the same time.
Okay.
Sorry.
Listen. I'm not going to say listen much anymore. All right?
Can you tie my shoe? Here, I'll do it.
If you guys don't want, if you're not coming ready to play, this may not be the right club for you. like I told you, there's a time for fun and there's a time to be listening and tuned in. All right? You have a lot of potential, but potential is only realized with hard work and focus. Again, I know you guys are 9, and you might not believe it when I say that I'm going to be the funnest coach that you've ever had and that you will ever have. These days, it's not looking like that. You're probably like, oh, Coach Mark is super mean. Well,
I'm not trying.
what? I'm just saying. It's frustrating when we're trying to work stuff and you guys don't have focus and no one's listening. When I left, that was the hardest I've seen you work in a long time. Or maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I just need to leave and wake you guys up a little bit. It's a privilege. It's a privilege to be here and to be able to play in a beautiful dome in the winter. There's a lot of clubs that don't have the opportunity to train like you guys do. And you're wasting your opportunity.
To end practice on even a higher note, we were able to string 12, 14 passes against the 08s under pressure, working the ball front to back, working the ball side to side across the field. And our 08 group is one of the top, if not the top, team at the older age group. So for our girls, a year younger, to be able to show that kind of composure and that kind of soccer savvy and sense against those 08s is really fun to see.
Good try. Okay, hey. What did you say to me in the beginning, Maddie, of that scrimmage?
The first one we started, that's the most we actually beat them with the pass and had good, decent passes.
Yeah, and again, against one of the top teams in age group older, we're still able to knock the ball around.
And they were like chasing
beat them like 500 times before, and they're so.
Yeah, they're good. I mean, hey, ladies, and this is why I love having those guys to play against. Is that always pushes you. But to see how many times you're able to string the passes together against a team of that caliber, it's good. All right,
Did we do better?
We did better.
So it's just very important to always come to practice with a very hard-working attitude.
Yes.
Because if you don't work hard, like Coach Mark said, you're not going to be good. You're not going to be a good player if you don't work hard.
I talked to Livy quite a bit after the training session, not necessarily in a scolding manner, but more of just putting it to her that, hey, she's got to continue, she's going to have to make a choice on how she wants to conduct herself at training sessions. She has to make a choice of what type of player she wants to be. She has a lot of potential, a lot of athletic potential, a lot of competitive spirit, a lot of heart, a lot of drive, a lot of stuff that coaches can't teach. It'll be interesting to see what happens down the road, but it's always a work in progress. And I'm sure it's not the last time that I'll be talking about this dynamic, father-daughter dynamic in this group. And again, I'm walking on new ground here. I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I obviously have a ton of experience in coaching and working with girls this age, but I have zero experience of being a dad and a coach at the same time.